My stick doing magic, I feel like a wizard. Walked in with the ice, it just might cause a blizzard. Feel like a nerd, keep picking up figures. Don't say that's your wife, and she lick me like lizard.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy K. And guys, I'm sorry I haven't posted in a while. I've been doing driving school, so that's taking up a lot of my time. But hey, I'm back now, and today we're looking at how to write a speedster the correct way. Okay, chat, let's go.
I've made a few videos bashing the inconsistent writing of speedsters, and a lot of you say that speedsters have to be inconsistent, otherwise the movie or show they're in would suck. So, I decided to make this video today to prove you guys wrong. Writers love to have scenes that show us how overpowered these characters are, but then they'll have them lose in bullshit ways. A good example of this is, the best example of this is the CW Flash. I know you probably hear this show get thrown under the bus all the time, but guys, the writing in it is just ass. Let me give you an example. Barry was shown to perceive time not in slow motion, but nearly completely frozen. And then he's able to move at super speed within that perception. So you would think, oh my god, Flash is insane, he can't lose. But then he loses to a guy with a freeze gun. But that's not it. He constantly loses to characters who have no super speed, but then he's finally somehow able to defeat them after a beautiful pep talk on how Barry has super speed.
You can do this now. Run, Barry.
But hold on. Fun fact: I could not finish the show. What was it? It has like 9 seasons. Whatever the last season was, I could not finish it, bro. I got to like some part, and it was just like so stupid. I couldn't even finish the show.
Yeah, that's pretty much the entire show. There, I saved you like 128 hours of torture. So now you might be asking, well then how do you write a speedster the correct way? Well, I'm glad you asked. I have 3 different ways on how to write a speedster with 3 different examples to show you.
Okay.
First up is writing an untouchable god level character and just making them be an untouchable god level character. Metro Man. Metro Man is an overpowered godlike character and he stays like that. He never loses because he can't lose.
I'm winning. I'm winning any more.
I remember the toy I had of
But what made him
Man.
interesting was how he felt bored of being this godlike hero. He wanted more out of life, so he faked his death.
And Music Man was born.
They didn't have him lose in some BS way. They had him retire because he was getting bored of winning all the time. And guys, he was overpowered. He didn't perceive time in slow motion. He could basically freeze it completely. Did this make the movie bad? No, it didn't. Megamind, I think, is an absolutely amazing movie. But this is what shows like CW Flash do wrong. They show Barry being basically an unbeatable god, but then they have him lose to low-level thugs. The second way to write a consistent speedster is to make them have some sort of limiting factor or something like Kryptonite is to Superman. They can be overpowered gods, but maybe only in short bursts. Maybe after they use their power, they have to have like a cooldown time. Or they could just have the character not be... Maybe they can run fast, but if they run too fast, they'll burn up, so they have to be careful. Actually, a lot of you guys told me about some anime characters that are like this, so when they lose, it's not in a way that directly contradicts what we were just shown every CW Flash episode. They lost because they had some limiting factor, like they needed time to recover, or just something of that nature.
Yo, that's actually
like
smart.
A-Train in the first couple seasons of The Boys. He's been shown to be able to perceive time in slow motion while being able to move at normal speeds in that perception. So, he's overpowered. But he couldn't be in super speed for too long because of his heart problems. I think that was really well done. But then he gets a new heart and this happens. How he missed this punch, I have no clue. But he makes up for it with this.
Wait, was that for the new season? I didn't even watch it.
This right here is perfect. He can move at normal speeds while perceiving time in slow motion, so these punches should never hit him. Another thing they did really well was him being neutralized by being snuck up on by Kamiko. He doesn't constantly have faster perception. He only does when he wants to, so he's able to be caught off guard sometimes. Or the writers could just make something kind of like Kryptonite. Maybe the speedster is overpowered, but if he comes close to a certain something, he loses his abilities. Maybe a show could make some fake mystical rock that hurts only speedsters. That would actually make for an interesting story. The third way and the last way that I think a speedster should be made is by not having them be overpowered in the first place. They don't have a faster perception. They don't have the ability to time travel. Have them run like a couple 100 miles per hour. Something like Dash. Dash is fast, but he's not untouchable. He can be caught. Invincible almost did Red Rush like this, and his death would have made more sense. But unfortunately, they told us that he constantly perceives time in slow motion and can move at normal speed or super speed in that perception. So unless Omni-Man is a speedster, Red Rush should not have been caught like this. Yes, guys, I know that Omni-Man can fly fast, but being
Omni-Man
a
is just
speedster and
overpowered.
having
That's
flight
just how it
speed is
works.
not the same thing. Plus, Omni-Man has to slowly build up his speed. Dash is almost perfect. There was that one scene where he laid that tack on the teacher's chair, which would only really be possible if he had faster perception, but this is a one-time thing and never shown again, so we're just gonna forget that ever happened. If you guys enjoyed this video, then
just fucking hit the subscribe, like, and
I mean, it's fiction. Most of the time, stuff is never gonna make sense. They could have a character doing one thing at this. Hold on, let me rephrase it. They could have a character doing one thing. Bro, I can't talk. Hold on, I gotta slam y'all out real quick. How am I trying to say this? They could show a character doing something at the beginning of the movie, right? And then at the end, they could possibly not even be able to do that anymore. That's just how movies work. Like, they're gonna do whatever they want to do for the sake of plot. Like, that's just how it works, chat. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Peace!